everyone, this is ViGames. Let's go!
Who are you?
Xena! Granny Xena!
South, the whole world might end! Get the fuck off me!
Atomic Heart has been received better than expected by the press. If we take Metacritic as a basis, the average score is 74 to 76 out of 100. Some journalists were just very disaffected and begin to mold the creation of Mundfish at 30–40%, scolding for problems with the piece of narration, the biggest of some screensavers. Bring open lost of bags. But the extras, art, enemy decision, nice graphic, varied soundtrack and performance of consoles were passed as rare for the games. Everyone agreed that the atmosphere of the Soviet Union is beautiful, conveyed in very detail, from the architecture and the banners in the street to the kiosk and post of the walls. There is always something to see around. The action game Mundfish lacks a lot to become a big hit, but on the whole it is the studio has provided that they can bring complex high-budget projects to realize, and their activities will not be the focus of a lot of attention. How godlike the future of Mundfish will be, sales will show. Sony and its action-adventure game Horizon Call of Mountain for the PlayStation VR second virtual reality element has only a 79 rating at the time of this video. This project should sell Sony's new element. It is intended as a showcase for the entire future library, and the skepticism of press could have a very tangible impact on the financial performance of both the game and the device as a whole. The author of many texts pays patient attention to the sitting and impressive respiration and the sword in which Aloy lives. The interactive, the game's interaction with PSVR second, science controllers and the gameplay consist mainly of climbing trees and fighting with bows. Interactive element to test the capabilities of the new controllers are also highly praised. At the same time, reviews state that the campaign, after about 7 to 9 hours of gameplay, not particular well developments, the control during battles have problems, the puzzles are too simple, and the gameplay consists of constant self-repairs. A release is being prepared from February 22. Sony's porting of Returnal to PC was not too successful either. The game was released on February 15, almost 2 years after its release on PlayStation 5, and it turned out that not many people need it. According to Steam, which saw the change in the story valve, the action became one of the biggest Sony releases on PC. For 5 days, the maximum online was 6,600 people. Only Sackboy, a big adventure, got off at the worse start than Returnal, with only 6 hours and 10 users playing it at speed. Reviews are fine, third with over 80% positive reviews. Obviously, Sony was sparking on marketing. The release had no support whatsoever. Plus, releasing something in the midst of Hogwarts Legacy is a sexual discussion. It could also badly affect Atomic Heart, but the Mundfish shooter seems to have a solid advanced budget. But Sony invests exactly zero in promotion to the PC release. It didn't spend any money on anything, not on God of War, not on Marvel Spider-Man, not on any other Steam port. Hence the slump is user interest. Speaking of little noticing release, it is impossible not to pay attention to the new Ubisoft game strategy, The Hitler's New Aliens. It seemed that the publisher deliberately hid it from everyone. Where we made this video, there was not a single review from journalists, although it was released 4 days ago. That is, Ubisoft do not give anyone the case to write reviews. Moreover, they realized really often to ignore the purchase and just subscribe to Ubisoft Plus, saying that the game is not worthy of more. The project, of course, has no advertising campaign. This, however, is not a shame. The Hitler's New Aliens, previously known as just The Setters, and really is not anything interesting and look like a mobile craft. It was weirdly simplified game, low difficulty level and stupid attraction intelligence. And if someone dares the Ether multiplayer, you have to wait 4 days and 4 minutes, and sometimes several hours before matchmaker pick up a user for the session. New Alien was the first installment of the series in 13 years. The previous game, The Season 7 Path to the Kingdom, was released in March 2010. The game was originally announced back in 2018, but after its development was restarted. New Alien was released only on PC and the Epic Games and the Ubisoft Store for $60. It will be able on Xbox and Nintendo Switch on March 23. In turn, March 28 will see the light of day strategy Terra Nil from the studio of Free Leaves and publisher Development Digital. This is a city manager in reviews instead of development as settlement. The players must tidy up the ecosystem. With the variety of technology in Terra Nil, you need to green the map, turning a life cell once later into a blooming and green world inhabited by many animals. The presence of humans in this world is not expected. Each region of Terra Nil, as the author point out, develops at its own pace, passing throughout central phase. Our goal is to leave behind a present real nature. Constant development is not necessary, just enough to balance everything and leave it alone, but it's not as easy as you might think. At the same time, at the release date announcement, Terra Nil received other trailers showing some of the game's mechanics and regions. Sony, albeit with very successful, continues to work with variety relate. Many campaigns, however, are weirdly to abandon with technology. Early Microsoft stopped fighting with VR, and now the Chinese corporation Tencent, which owned share in Riot Games and Epic Games, was joining those who do not believe in the bright future of VR elements. Virtual reality is proving to be a loss-making business for Tencent. A team of almost 300 people and supposed to work of software and hardware for VR technology but change course. The reason is the sale of the investments as well as the difficulty of achieving a quick return on investment. In addition, the new platform will have a problem with the number of game and other user-self applications. According to the estimates, the profitability of Tencent's VR hardware was not expected to be achieved before 2027. Survivor of Son of the Forest can be played in both single-player and cooperative modes. The new game's trailer is the dice to cooperative mode. Surviving together is not only more fun but also easier. Players, for example, will be able to mine resources further efficiently and fight off the monsters living in the forest faster. It's much more fun to rain arrows down on them than it is very destroy monster and nails alone. Sons of the Forest will be released in early access on February 23. The developers have not indicated how long the game will be in it. Recall that this is now the most anticipated release on Steam. Polish studio Bloomberg team has announced that the horror game Layers of Fears will be released on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC this summer, namely in June 2023. The exact release date has not yet been revealed. Along with the announcement of the release window, the developers unveiled a corresponding trailer showing the creepy premise. The project is being created based on Unreal Engine 5. The series of fabulous platform Trine will get a sequel. Insider Bibel Kun said that the next game will be called Trine 5: A Clockwork Conspiracy. Finnish studio Frostbite is still silent about the project. In 2021 they released their failed space action game Starbase to early access, and since that time they have been unable to make anything good except Trine. Their force is reduced to part with the new Thoya and Wizard Amadeus, and the night points is logical. Empress the hacker working the Bypass de Nuevo on the PC version of Hogwarts Legacy claims to have finished hacking the games. Beta testing in underway now, and if all turn out well, Hogwarts Legacy will become a titboat for torrent trackers users. However, the most important thing for Empress isn't even that beta test. It says that the first priority is to protect its DLL so that no one will look there and the Denuvo programmers can figure out exactly how to get around they simply Persian's digital walls. That is, the pirates still have some time to wait. It's not a quick process. Hogwarts Legacy itself, meanwhile, continues to delight audience and amaze with the depth of the boards. The online peak is still out. 500,000 people play simultaneously in Steam in the evenings. Thanks for watching and subscribe.